Hi everybody, Leah here with your January 2024 reading. We are in another year and this is the year to align your life. And so we're asking you to really look at what is working, what isn't. Where in your life are you happy? Where in your life are you perhaps not? Where are you wanting more? And then it's looking at how you're going to get that. It's making those changes you need to make. So for a lot of you, it's probably been a long time coming. You probably have known that you need to make these changes, but for whatever reason have held off. But this is your year to really now embrace that and start making those changes. If you want a better life, if you want to live the life you're meant to live, then you kind of have to participate in that process is basically what it's saying. And so getting clear on what it is that you want, really having an honest look at where you don't have that in your life, and then deciding how you're going to make those changes, and then actually following through and doing them. And if you do that, the end of 2024 will look very different to the beginning. All right, so the first week of January, your month of beginning your transformation, we have Ace of Gabriel, Eight of Air, and your guardian angel. So you have this opportunity to do something new. It is there, it's ready for the taking. You are holding yourself back perhaps a little bit. You might feel as though you're stuck, that you can't move forward. You don't have, the money or the freedom or the resources to do this. It might be that you just don't think you're good enough, or you're lacking the skills or the knowledge. And it might just be that you're comfortable where you are. There might be areas of your life you wish were different or better, but you are quite comfortable where you are. And if you take that step, then the unknown is unknown. And so sometimes it just feels safer to stay where we are. But you are being reminded that you are being watched over, you are being guided. So really, connect to that heart space, to that divine source. And so then when that information comes through, you can trust in it and go, okay, I'm being guided to do this. And often you'll notice that you are getting signs about something for a long time before you actually act on it. So if that's been you, then perhaps this year is the time to do it. So the second week of January, we have the King of Ariel, Three of Water, and you have the card of spiritual growth. So you've got in the daily cards, you've got a lot of wand energy coming through. So it is what you're passionate about, it's what you're excited about, so you're taking action. And so that is what you're doing in the second week of January. It's almost like the first week you're getting over some of those fears and, beliefs that are holding you stuck. You know what you want to do, and then in the second week you start making it happen. Now you are being asked to really look at the resources that you need, and then being a little mindful, I guess, not being too frivolous with money or overcommitting right from the get-go. It's really making that plan, looking at what you're going to need long-term to do it, and then sort of taking those steps to make sure that those resources are available to you long-term. So it might be that you start a savings account and you're putting away, a little bit each week because sort of in 6 months' time, you're going to need a lump sum. So whatever it is, looking at that for you and what you need to do. Second week of January, you do have a celebration. So for some of you, there could be some form of emotional commitment happening with another person. It feels like also that for some of you, this is just you getting out and enjoying life. It feels like you've sort of held yourself back a lot and kind of been hidden, from view. Almost you're always sort of the person there, perhaps doing the work and supporting everybody else, but you've never kind of been the one in the limelight, the star of your show. And so it feels like you are really starting to come into that person of actually, well, no, I'm not going to be the one that holds everybody else up now. This is a time for me. And so it really does feel like you're coming out of the shadows and sort of presenting yourself to the world, and really it's not demanding, it doesn't feel aggressive in any way, but making sure that you get what you are worthy of and you get to live this happy life that you're meant to live. And with that spiritual growth card here, I feel like you're going to have to do a little bit of internal work to make this happen, but you are more than capable of doing it, and it'll work out well if you do. Third week of January, we have the Eight of Raphael, Six of Fire, and support. So again, there's some celebrating happening here. You're being recognized for the effort you're putting in. So for some of you, say this might be a health goal that, in your life, one of the things you really want to get on top of this year is your health. So it might be, you're doing really well at that. And in the third week of January, people are starting to notice and recognize it and give you, congratulating you on that. Again, we have this spiritual quest aspect of it here. And so it might be a good idea in the third week just to check in a little bit. Just see, okay, this was my plan at the start of the year. This is what I've been doing. Does this feel right? Am I on the right track? Do I want to change anything? For others of you, I feel like this could be the week that you just go, you know what, stuff it, I'm not doing it anymore. And, we make our New Year's resolutions. We get excited about, doing them. We're taking action, and then life happens and we start to get back to normal, with work or school or whatever it is. And we start to let those desires that we were quite passionate about at the start of the year go, or they start to feel like a bit of a chore. So the third week, really just recognize that if it comes in, and then, find a way to remotivate yourself. What is going to help you to stay, on track with your goals, and then make those changes and know that you've got support there. If you cannot, if the people around you are not supportive, then go and find your support people. So again, using the example of a health thing, join a gym or find a group that, go walking together, or, share healthy recipes, whatever it is that you're needing. Find your people who are going to support you to do this so that you stick to it. So, and then the final week of January, which is your month of starting this transformation, you have the Five of Ariel, you have the Emperor, and you have the Freedom card. So again, you're being told to ask for help. There is help there. Perhaps you're just not seeing it. It might be that you haven't quite verbalized that to people in your life, that, I want to do this and I need this for me. I really want to do this for me. But in order for me to do that, I need you to support me. So it might be that, you're asking loved ones not to bring the treats into the house, or you're saying, look, could you go for a walk with me every morning just to help me to be motivated with that? So whatever it is for you, you're asking them to help you to do that. I feel like for some of you, money is one of the goals that you've set. And so this could be just, pointing out to the people around you that you have set this goal, that you want to save some money or whatever it is. And, it'd be really helpful if people within the home or anyone who sort of is involved in that process for you supports that. So it might be, not wasting food. It might be remembering to turn off the light switches, saving on those power bills, whatever it is, just, looking at what would be really helpful for you to achieve your goals and just voicing that to the people around you. And at the end of the day, you can say no. And then with that Emperor card here, you're really starting to take control of this. And you have the Empress card, I think, in the daily cards at the end of the month. And so this is you've worked out what you want, and now you're taking control of it. You're really, you're getting organized. You're getting this plan in place. You're getting some structure. It feels like it's almost like perhaps it's like, yeah, well, I want to do this and I'm going to do that. And, you sort of got a whole lot going on. But then as real life starts to happen again, you say, okay, I'm going to need some structure here. I'm going to need a plan. I'm going to organize my life. And so again, using that health example, it might be that you food prep at the beginning of the week, and so it's really quick and easy to put healthy meals together. But whatever it is, you're really taking control of this, and you're creating the space that you need to thrive in this and reach those goals. And you have that Freedom card, so I almost feel like you're going to release yourself from something too. It might be that you're a little bit overcommitted to other people, other places, and you're sort of at the end of the month, I actually know I cannot reach my goals if I'm helping in all of these places. And so it might be that you're sort of starting to rein that in a little bit, work out what is helpful and what is not, what is really important for you, what is an absolute, I want to do this, I need to do this. And then those things that, I'm doing that as a favor for them, but it's quite draining of my time or energy or whatever it is. And so start saying no to the things that don't please you, that drain you of your energy. And sometimes this is good things too, but it might be, that going out and catching up with friends every weekend is not only using up your money, but it's, you're tired, you're hungover, whatever it is. So even though they're things that you enjoy, it might be that you go, well, actually, while I enjoy them in the moment, the after effects are draining me a bit. And so I'm going to start saying no to some of those. And so it's just making sure that you give yourself that time and space that you can actually focus on you and what you want to achieve this year. So bottom of the deck, we have the intention card. Get clear on what you want. Use the journal for that. It's going to really help you to work out what it is that you actually want. And so you're not sort of just aimlessly making changes in your life. You're headed towards something. You're going to achieve this goal. We have the Six of Ariel here. So this is your needs are being met and you're bringing your life into balance. You know, what you put out, you're getting back, and you're seeing those changes. You're seeing those good things come in, which is really good. And we have the High Priestess. So connecting to your intuition, really listening to that. And through that, then you have that patience and you can feel that calmness to go, okay, I know everything I want is coming to me because I'm actually taking those steps to make it happen. So I can relax a little bit and detach a bit from that outcome and sort of enjoy the journey a little bit. And I know when we think of things like, oh, we have to save money or we have to lose weight or whatever it is, that doesn't sound like enjoyment. And so it's shifting the way you're thinking of it. It's like, you know what, I actually, each day when I've eaten well all day and I've exercised, I have energy, I sleep better, I interact better with people around me because I'm not tired and grumpy. It might be that, you know, I can see that money building and, you know, that's going to get me to this goal. And it might just be, you know, you want to have a holiday at the end of the year or something. And so it's like taking out the negative aspects of I have to do this and these chores to I'm enjoying doing this and this is why. So the card from my healing cards for this month is the card of energy. And so I really do feel like for a lot of you, your energy is being drained from people or situations around you. And so this month, there really is a focus on that, is what changes can you make to keep your energy in check there. And it might be, you know, book in for a Reiki session, come in and let's get your energy balanced so that you have that energy to start making these changes. And looking at the foods you eat as well. Sugar drains your energy quicker than anything in the world. So really looking at what you're putting into your body and then noticing the effect. So if you do eat some sugar and then you just go, oh my goodness, I'm tired, I need an afternoon nap, like you're sluggish, you're grumpy, whatever it is, recognizing that and go, okay, so I can see how not having this is actually going to help me so much. And so I actually don't mind, you know, skipping it a bit more because I know I'm going to feel better for it. The essential oil for this month is rosemary, and this is your oil of knowledge and transition. So this really helps you again to connect to that higher source, to understand that there is more, you know, information and help and support available to you while you transition through this time and making these changes you want to make. And then your message card for this month is belongingness. And it says, when I diminish another's belongingness in the universe, my belongingness becomes uncertain. Acceptance of all of creation secures my place. And so it's just a gentle reminder that it can be very easy when you're looking at what you want and what you want to achieve to see what other people have and perhaps, you know, have a little bit of resentment for that. But you're being reminded that it doesn't really matter what anyone else has. There's plenty for everyone. And so you're kind of pushing that aside and go, okay, I'm focusing on me. You're getting very clear on what you want, taking responsibility for that, making the changes you need to make, and celebrating the people around you. If someone in your life has a windfall, try not to get caught up in that, oh my God, like, you know, they're so lucky, they were handed that, whatever it is. If you see other people reaching the goals you want to reach and you're not quite there yet, don't get caught up in that. Really celebrate their achievements. Ask them about it. How did you get there? What did you do? You know, you might get some information that is just that key for you reaching your goals. So really looking at what you want this month, getting clear on that, working out the plan to do it, clearing the way for that to happen, and then really just committing to it. Take that action, take those steps, get it done. So I will see you next month. Bye.